Welcome back to Colorado and Company. Domestic violence affects both men and women, children, and even your family pet. Each year, more than 10 million children witness or are victims of domestic violence. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. In Arapahoe County, Gateway Domestic Violence Services works to provide support to victims and their families. They're also working to promote social change to prevent the spread of domestic violence. Janine Klippel joins us from Gateway with more on the services that they offer. Good to see you again, Janine.
You too, Denise.
You know, it's always upsetting that we have to talk about something like this, but it's good that you're there to help so many different people. Explain what Gateway Domestic Violence Service is and what you offer.
We are the shelter that serves Arapahoe County in our state, and we basically offer everything from an emergency shelter to an extended stay shelter for women that are just trying to get back on their feet, and 30 days would not be enough for them. And we also offer non-residential counseling, court advocacy, and then we like to be in the community and educate people as well.
How many people take advantage of your services?
On any given year, when you include all of our crisis calls, we're looking at around 15,000 people.
Wow, that's a lot of people that need your help. Thank goodness you're there. And hopefully we can bring an end to it, or at least find some kind of solution for it. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So what does that mean to an agency like yours?
Well, what it means is really it's an opportunity for us to show solidarity to victims and to survivors that violence in the home is never to be tolerated at any level. And it's just an opportunity to educate the community that there is something they can do also to help support victims.
The education is needed, but in order to get that, you have to raise funds to help these women and children.
Yes, we do. And we have various ways that we will be able to raise money. One of them is through certain fundraisers that we have. We do a wine tasting every year in August, excuse me. Also, being able to have a Domestic Violence Awareness Month, maybe it gets people motivated to say, you know, I can't volunteer or there's nothing else I can do, but I can donate clothes, I can donate money, I can donate hygiene items, you know, just something like that. So we have a lot of different ways that people can support us.
You know, one thing that most people probably aren't aware of, when someone has to leave the house in an emergency situation because of domestic violence, they think about their children. But to some, pets are their children. And they can't leave because there's not a place for their animal. Do you actually service dogs too? We
do. In fact, we are one of the few shelters really in the entire country that allow women to bring their family pet with them through what we call the Bailey Project. We opened that in 2009. And really we can take any animal that is in a household except livestock. Okay. So it's not just limited to dogs, although that's what we see the most. But you're right. Many times, since domestic violence is about power and control, a great way to control somebody is to threaten their pet. Because they know they love them and they know that they would do anything to protect them, just like their children, like you said.
Do you think that's why people stay in an abusive relationship?
Well, I like to really rephrase that and say, you know, what is he threatening her with to make her stay? Yep. Or why does he resolve conflict with abuse? But yeah, I think that can be one of the many, many reasons. Women stay for all kinds of reasons, but protecting their children, protecting their pet, that's a big one. You know, they don't want to be homeless. It's hard to be homeless, but it's really hard to be homeless with children and with a pet. It
certainly is. And if you're in need of help right now, at the bottom of the screen, it's the crisis line. You can call 303-343-1851. That's 303-343-1851. Someone's there. They'll answer your call, and they will help you if you need to get out of a scary situation. The holidays are approaching fast. Do you need any special help or support during the holidays?
Absolutely. That's a really good point. In order for many of these women to give their children a holiday at all, we rely on the community to help donate gift cards so that the women can go and buy what they need for their kids or what their kids want, or even if they want to contact us and we can tell them what toys these kids want, you know, or what items if they're teenagers and so on. So yes, we could use a lot of support because we have a lot of families that we serve and we want them all to have a good holiday.
What about volunteers?
Volunteers are always needed. We use volunteers in every single program that we have, and we would love to have people. Everybody has a gift and a skill, and we're there to help you find it.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, giving us a sneak peek and helping so many people. We definitely need to pay it forward to you. Gateway Domestic Violence Services' mission is to provide the support to domestic violence victims and their families, along with promoting social change to prevent the spread of domestic violence. If you're in need of help, please call the crisis line right now, 303-343-1851. You can find much more about their services on their website, gatewayshelter.org.